If a sensor triggers an alarm, the alarm screen will be displayed. The alarm screen shows the alarms that have been triggered. If you have an alarm, you will see it flashing at the top of the screen. Before resetting the alarm, you must first correct the issue that triggered the alarm. Once you have corrected the issue, touch the Reset Alarm button and the alarm will stop and the screen changes to the Resume Previous Program or Main Menu. While on the Main Menu screen, touch the I/O screen to check the condition of the different sensors and switches that are on the machine and help troubleshoot the Magnum. When the e-stop is hit, the screen changes to the alarm screen. Many of the sensors are fail-safes, so if a wire gets severed or a sensor fails, the machine is going to shut down and go into fail-safe mode. To clear the e-stop alarm, pull the e-stop button back out, then press the Reset Alarms button on the screen. If the operator is performing troubleshooting on the Magnum, the machine needs to remain in the auto mode. The horn can be disabled by going to the machine's setup screen and touching the Disable Horn button. By touching it again, the horn is turned back on. On the main menu, there is a troubleshooting guide button that takes you to a screen with specific problems that can arise during operation. For example, if the machine won't lower, there are actions the operator can check in order to diagnose the problem. We're always available to contact with any questions. The number is on the main menu screen, 1-877-627-2220. Masaba also has the ability to connect with your Magnum remotely through a cellular phone network to better diagnose the issue. If you need to adjust the calibration, touch the Masaba symbol at the lower left-hand corner of the screen on the main menu screen. This will bring up the login screen. The login username is Masaba, all lowercase. The password is Masaba backwards, Abasam. Touch the login button. There is now a highlighted box around the Magnum logo. Touch the Masaba logo again and go to the machine setup screen. In the machine setup screen, set your lift for next level. It is usually set to 2 feet. Enter the value in feet into the box. It will rise to the desired height when the sensor at the end of the stinger senses the pile. A more recent feature added is the product switch override. This feature will override the product switch located at the tail of the machine above the belt. This feature will make the Magnum function in auto without actually having material running on the belt. If the product override switch is off, the Magnum will only start moving when the product sensor sees material on the belt. If the product sensor switch were to fail, the Magnum would stop working in auto. Some operators run their machines with the sensor off. The product override sensor button is off by default. Touch the red button to activate the override switch. When activated, the button will turn green. In the machine setup menu, touch the Alarm Setup button to enter the Alarm Setup screen. Here, you will program the product sensor off display. This setting determines the display in seconds when the Magnum stops moving once it does not sense product on the belt, and the delay before the Magnum starts moving once it senses product on the belt. The normal setting is set for 6 seconds, meaning the Magnum will continue to run in auto for 6 seconds without any material on the belt before stopping auto program. To change this setting, enter the desired value. While in the alarm screen, you can also see other parameters that can be changed. If an encoder was replaced or if it has lost calibration, first, make sure that the stinger is fully retracted, that the Magnum is lowered completely, and that the machine can slew 5 feet to the right. From the machine setup screen, push the encoder setup button. If there are any numbers on the left side of the screen other than 0, they will be zeroed out when the reset encoder button is pressed. With the selector switch in manual mode, push the hydraulic pump button on the panel. To calibrate the stinger encoder, manually extend the stinger out until the arrow on the stinger frame and the arrow on the main frame are aligned. touch the Set Stinger Encoder button and the number will change to 5. This allows the stinger encoder to accurately indicate the distance it is extended. To calibrate the lift encoder, manually raise the main conveyor until the arrow on the right cylinder guard aligns with the arrow on the guard mount. Touch the Set Lift Encoder button to change that number to 5. If the arrows are missing, a measurement can be taken by raising the stinger track drive motor up 5 feet from the ground. To set the radial encoder, you will need to use a tape measurer and, starting from the center of the wheel, measure out 5 feet to the right. With the tape measure indicating 5 foot of distance, push and hold the Power Travel button on the control panel until the wheel center has traveled 5 feet. On the push button screen, touch the Set Radial Encoder button and the distance indicator will change to 5. Another feature in the hidden screen is the alarm setup. This is used whenever an encoder is recalibrated. When operating the Magnum in manual mode, extend the stinger out to the maximum extension. Return to the main menu and record the stinger's extend value and enter that value into the extend button on the alarm screen. The same procedure can be done for the lift, which is entered into the max height button. In the machine setup menu, there are readouts on how many hours the various parts of the Magnum have operated. Depending upon the company's maintenance schedule, the operator can set a reminder interval alerting the operator when it's time to schedule maintenance. When the runtime has reached the program reminder, a pop-up screen will appear. Once that happens, simply touch the Mate button and the reminder button is reset. If for some reason an adjustment has been done that causes the machine not to operate correctly, you can use the Restore Factory Defaults button to take it back to factory settings. For more information on the troubleshooting of your Magnum, visit our website at masabainc.com.